buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be, and at whatever time you may be watching or listening to this. Hi, how are you doing? How's it going? My name is Lynette, and I am a life coach for parents. And I'm also a parent with mental illness, which is why I have my platform, Parenting with Mental Illness. It is Wednesday. It is my podcast day, and it's been a whole week since I talked to you guys, and want to check in too. Like, how are you guys doing mentally? How is the year going for you so far? Any trials, any tribulations? Any goal accomplishing? Like, are you closer to accomplishing a particular goal? Are you meeting your needs, your wants, your quotas? Are you taking time to do some self-love and some self-care? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? How's it going? Let me know. I would love to hear from you guys. Like, I'm always talking to y'all and filling y'all in about my craziness and what I'm doing and what's up and things like that. And I barely hear from you guys. I would love to be able to get some messages back. That would be awesome. You know, it definitely would. Especially if you guys are reaching your goals. Like, celebrate. Why not celebrate what you've accomplished? Why not celebrate what you are accomplishing? Like, hello, don't always just sit there in the dark. You gotta look at the bright side of things. You can't always just be looking at what's gonna go wrong. You gotta look at what's going right as well, and what's going well, and what's gonna keep on going well, and what's gonna keep on going right. But I didn't really want much for anything. I plan to put up on my podcast, which I already did on the YouTube channel already, the workshop. So I did put it up. It is up there if you guys want to catch it. I did have some technical difficulties. And that, all right. So when I'm on Instagram Live, I'm usually talking about how life can happen. And sometimes you have to parent when you least expect it. And that's what kind of like happened to me. So I let's just say because of the anxiety that I'm trying. I didn't take my anxiety medicine. I don't have anything to drink. Darn it. I gotta wait till Bill comes back from the store now to take it. I was supposed to do that as soon as I came in, and I completely forgot. Alright, sorry you guys, I just forgot that the alarm for my anxiety pill went off when I was coming back inside the building. Biva just left to go to the store, so I gotta wait till she comes back before I can get something to drink so I can take the pills, which just pushes it back a little bit, but it's whatever. It's neither here nor there. I just get frustrated when I remember at the moment when the alarm is there, but if I don't take it at that moment, I will forget. And then it frustrates me because it's every 4 hours. And I have to take one before I go to sleep in order for me to be able to actually sleep throughout the night and not wake up with an anxiety attack. But, so because of my anxiety, I had contemplated for a while to like cancel it, but originally I was supposed to have that workshop in January, and I had already canceled it from January. I just never had advertised it or talked about it or anything like that, so I canceled it from January and pushed it to February. And this depression is weird. I'm trying to, get around it as well, but the anxiety makes it a little bit more difficult than if I didn't have the anxiety so high. I could probably get around it a little bit quicker. But sorry, I am so not focused right now. I know I was telling you guys something and it was important, and I'm like just not focused right now. There was a reason why I was saying this. So, sorry. I'm gonna have to cut that story right there because I legit, in the process of worrying about the anxiety pill, forgot what I was talking about and why I was talking about it. My apologies. Welcome to the world of mental illness. Lyrical! Pick them up. Huh? Pick up the tablets you just knocked on the floor. Be careful you don't step on them. Sorry, Stinkadoodle dropped Beba and Delano's tablets on the floor. So
Whoa! Spelly?
What is on that floor?
I don't know.
Put it over there on the Reese's box. Yeah, right there. Okay. Sorry. I still love your mom.
Where's my soda?
Oh, you gotta come get it. She went to the store. She had to go get an adobo. So are you gonna wait or are you gonna get it? Because I'm recording right now and you're stopping me from doing what I gotta do.
I'm not.
Yeah, you kind of are, because I need to make sure you don't knock the laptop over. And you just ended my video. Lyrical, you just ended my video. Sorry, you guys. Between doing what she was doing, she just ended my video. And this is why I said I needed to watch what she was doing. Now I have to edit it together. Something that I hate to do. Hate editing. I can't stand editing. Editing drives me insane. I don't have the patience for it. Please do not hit my laptop. I don't want to have to do this again.
I'm not gonna hit it.
Yo, you hit it the last time. Alright, sorry you guys. I know. And okay, now I remember. Alright, so I didn't want to do it, so I did want to reschedule it, but then I was like, I can't keep doing that, because if every time I get with high anxiety or into depression, I'm going to start slacking, then how am I going to be productive as a coach? You know, how am I being productive as a parent? How am I being productive as a human being? Like, how am I being productive if I'm allowing my conditions to, like, manipulate how I'm showing up on a daily basis? So I was like, I'm just going to leave the workshop. I'm going to do the workshop. But then I started worrying about the kids, because then I forgot to get them ready 2 weeks in advance, letting them know XYZ, I'm going to be doing a workshop on this date at this time. Y'all have to be in bed on time, because the workshop starts 30 minutes after y'all bedtime, and I need y'all asleep so that I don't have the distractions while I'm trying to do the workshop. I told them a week before, and my agreement with them always is I'll order dinner. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the reward they get for cooperating. Usually I order the dinner the day after. This time I ordered the dinner the day of the workshop, because I wanted them in bed on time, make it easier for my daughter so she doesn't have to stress out and running around like a chicken with her head cut off, trying to make sure that they were in bed on time. But my youngest decided to be very difficult. And she was crying and being real clingy and didn't want to go to sleep, didn't want to go to bed, didn't want to eat. Like, then she did want to eat. Like, she was just, I don't know if she wasn't feeling good or what was going on with her. All I know is that she was just putting me in such a funky mood because of the way she was behaving. And then it added some PTSD in there. Like, it triggered my feelings of whenever I'm trying to accomplish something that's important to me, something that I, value or cherish or makes me happy, something always goes south. You know what I'm saying? Something always goes wrong, or people don't care, or they're not considerate, or they're not understanding. It's just so many different feelings and emotions that come in from it. And it causes, problems. But, I decided not to get mad, not to get angry. I decided that as a life coach for parents, obviously I understand that life can happen. There are bosses out there who may not be understanding of that, who may find that to be an excuse or whatever, and it is what it is. But I, as a parent that has mental illness, raising 2 high-functioning autistic children with mental illness and an atypical preschooler, I know life can happen. Things can sometimes put you in a funk or in a situation where you can't complete that task for whatever reason. So I decided, you know what? Nobody pre-registered. So since no one pre-registered, let me just not do it, because I'd rather do it in a calm, cool, collective state than to be agitated, frustrated, or irritated. So I decided to just delete the link and didn't do the workshop that night because she was just really struggling. And I didn't want to project that into any of my viewers, So I did the recording the next day. But even then, my daughter still found a way to intervene while I was trying to record the workshop. Like, she sometimes can become very selfish and inconsiderate. Like, she'll understand what I'm doing, but she won't understand what her behavior is, why her behavior is causing me to get upset, or why it's interrupting what I'm doing. That's where, like, it'll not click all the way for her all the time. And sometimes I feel like it doesn't click when she doesn't want it to click. Let's put it like that. But if you see it, you're going to see that she's still, like, I don't know what happened. Forgot that I was recording. I don't know, like, she had her headphones on, so she wasn't hearing me talk. So when she has her headphones on, and because I don't normally talk. So if I'm talking, my theory is then that means I'm recording. So be mindful of how you're moving around. But yeah, you can catch the video on my YouTube, you guys. I plan to put the audio up on the podcast as well. I don't know who can, benefit from hearing my parenting tips or whatever the case may be, but it went okay. Like, if my daughter wouldn't have almost forgotten that I was recording and was getting ready to talk really loud, or I think she did talk really loud, one of the two, which sidetracked me and what I was trying to say and what I was doing. That's why it bothers me, if I'm really honest. It doesn't bother me so much because I'm worried about you guys being interrupted by their noise or being interrupted by their behavior or anything like that. It doesn't bother me for that reason, because this podcast and this vlog and everything that I do is my story, my life, what I deal with. So if you guys get to see behind the scenes while it's being recorded, it doesn't bother me, because that's just my life. That's the way my life goes. It's the way I deal with things. So you guys can see how I react and how I don't react, or how I may stop myself from reacting depending on the situation and the scenarios. Because there's some days that I lose and my bipolar will win. And there's some days that I lose and my PTSD will win. And there's some days where they'll lose and I win and I'm really cool and calm and collective. There's more days of those than the bad days because I've been more present and more able to pay attention and acknowledge, what's going on so that I can make sure that I'm 100% there when I'm dealing with things. But I'm going to put it up. I am going to put it up on the podcast because I did forget that since I do it on Zoom, it does give me the option to just have the audio, so I can put it up for you guys. Matter of fact, I can even put up the video. I forgot to. I can put up the link as well with the video that I did with the presentation. So I forgot. I just realized that right now. I can do the presentation with it. I can put up the presentation as well so you guys can see what the workshop would have looked like. I have another workshop coming up in March. I believe it's March 9th as well. That one is your tank half empty? So basically, I'm asking parents, is your tank half empty? And let's go to the metaphor of having a car. So when you have half a tank of gas, you have to be cautious of how many more miles you're driving. If you're going to run out of gas before you make it to your destination, is the car driving differently because it's getting the dirt from the engine into the gas tank? Like, so many different things can make a car go wrong, right? So, but when a car is in full tank, it tends to run smoother than when the tank is getting lower and lower. So if you're running on a half a tank of gas, that means that your children aren't getting 100% of you, your job isn't getting 100% of you, family and friends aren't getting 100% of you, the community, people, just in general, life isn't getting 100% of you because you are not being productive in 100% manner, if that makes sense. So with that being said, I want to do a little workshop on how to fill your tank back up and how to realize when you're running on a low tank. You know what I'm saying? Like, how to build that vibration back up, how to put that gas back in there when you barely got 2 pennies to rub together type of deal. We're talking about metaphors and things like that. Let's just put it like that. And that's what that workshop is going to cover, because I think it's important. It's important. We tend to wear ourselves dry. We tend to work ourselves to the bone, not realizing that we're sucking the energy that we do have. We are sucking the energy that can be pouring back into ourselves. And then we're always so busy of making sure that everything else is in order, in place, taken care of, organized, prepared, paid for, whatever. We're always so busy being on top of everything that we forget to be on top of ourselves. And that includes taking care of ourselves. We are not going to be on a full tank if we're pouring into everybody else. Biba, I need to take my anxiety pill. I don't have nothing to drink.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, well, I kind of low-key wanted a coffee.
Oh, so I can do coffee. But before that,
What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? Oh, you bought me a chocolate rose. You're so sweet.
I know Lyrical wants to steal it, so.
Oh, you bought Sissy a chocolate rose. Lyrical, Sissy bought you something. She bought you a chocolate rose.
Ah, thank you, Beba.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got a chocolate rose. Aww. I'm I'm smelling it like it's really gonna smell like something.
It's milk chocolate.
But I'm over here really like, why don't I smell the rose? Cause it's milk chocolate, Lynette. Duh. It is not.
It's milk chocolate.
Alright, so, but yeah, so, I don't know, you guys. I just wanted to talk about the workshop a little bit, just catch up, you know, vibe a little bit, hang out. I didn't really want to provide like any knowledge per se, just chill for a while, you know, like I know I'm supposed to be trying to find new clients and attracting people to look at my content and book that free parenting call with me, but at the same time I feel like I gotta live too, and I want to live for a long time, so I gotta take care of myself as well. So I gotta find a way to balance where I'm being positive and productive, but I'm also being mindful of my body and my mental health and that of my kids, because since we are in one room, you know, I don't have another space where I can go and record content or where I can go and hold my workshops, you know, so I have to be mindful of them as well, how I'm intruding in their space also. You know, I'm not just going to be like, well, I'm the parent, I have to do this and we need the money, so it is what it is. No, my kids have to be on board with it as well, because it's our life, you know? It's our life. Lyrical, can you stop doing this, please? Can you stop throwing it on the bed? I don't like when you leave garbage everywhere. So yeah, I'm trying to find a way to balance my current situation and being accepting of my current situation. So I would love y'all input, okay? Any input that you have, I would greatly appreciate it. So this is where my situation is at. Because I broke that lease from the apartment because of the roach infestation and them not wanting to treat the apartment like they treated the other one, which is where they came from, was from the other one. But and now when I'm applying to places, the apartment complex is telling people about the rent debt and that I paid rent late, when in reality I paid rent late probably like 2 times. I remember one of the times to be, you know, for sure. But and the first time I paid late by like probably 10 days, because I didn't know down here was different than how it was back home in Connecticut. In Connecticut, you have till the 10th day of the month to pay the rent before it's late. Down here, you have, I think it's until the 5th or the 3rd. But the way I was getting paid, I knew I was going to pay it late. But I thought it was only going to be late by like 2 days, not, you know, a whole 10 days. So, and then if I was late any other time, which I think was only like once, it was by a day. Like, I literally would remember the day was due, the office was closed, so I left the check. So when they got there in the morning, the check was there waiting for them. So it was like a day late. So because they're telling people about those 2 things, I'm being denied for apartments. So now, normally when you apply for an apartment, they ask you for your last 5 rental history, like 5 years of rental history. So that apartment complex was 2019 to 2020. I think it was. Yeah, because we left at the beginning of 21. So 2021, you could say whatever. I would have to stay like at an extended stay for another like 2 years to take that apartment complex off of my 5-year rental history. Does that make sense to you guys? I need to know that y'all understand what I'm saying, because I know I'm a little all over the place, and sometimes I can add extra words that I don't mean to add. But if I I continue to get denied because of what the apartment complex is saying, then in order to include 5 years rental history, I would have to stay like at an extended stay for another 2 years, so that when I'm filling out these applications, that apartment complex does not get placed on there at all. And then I shouldn't be denied because they shouldn't be calling them to ask for references. I'm not trying to beat the system or anything like that. I'm trying to find a way to work around my situation so that I can get my family a stable place to live, so we can all have our own space, which we badly needed. I don't know. Give me your thoughts. And if you didn't understand, I don't mind trying to explain it again in a different format. But I would love your thoughts. Like, I'd appreciate your opinion on the situation, how to go about it, how to handle it, how to resolve it, how to deal with it, whatever the case may be. I don't have the $7,000 and some change to pay the rent debt off, so that's definitely out the window. I can try to save for it, but it's still gonna probably take me 2 or 3 years to get it. And if I'm gonna keep getting denied, then it's gonna be the same situation. I'll be getting an extended stay that whole entire time. You know what I'm saying? Paying. So I don't know. Y'all tell me. Tell me your thoughts and your opinions. What do you think? Or suggestions or comments or some support. I'd appreciate some support too, because let me tell you, your girl out here, she be out here roughing these streets trying to figure out her life. Oh, you're dripping coffee. Oh, you had whipped cream you stole. Then you be wondering why I be running out of whipped cream.
Once.
Once every time you make a cup of coffee.
Not every time. Well, if we got me my own can, we wouldn't have this problem now, would we?
Well, if you got your own can, your brother would have to have his own can, and your sister would have to have her own can. That's too many cans of whipped cream.
Well, yeah, could that be 5?
It'd be 4.
No, I'd get you 2.
Oh, so it'd be 5. Okay.
Because what they don't get what the reason why I also studied we get one is because we drink coffee with it. We would just be eating it. It goes with something.
This coffee is good. The whipped cream just makes it better. Sorry, you guys. I gotta enjoy this real quick. Like, I know how to take my pills. It's still a little too hot. Can't take the pills right now. Ooh, but this coffee is...
So that means it's like you don't with the coffee to make the burger.
No? Girl, we better make them burgers. Why you gonna procrastinate? I'm trying to get fed. You procrastinating and I'm trying to get fed. But give me your thoughts, your opinions, some support, some love, some comments. Something, my people. Let me know y'all here with me. Let me know y'all listening to me. Let me know y'all watching. I miss my peoples. I know I haven't been showing up and I'm trying to get there, but sister's really going through it, okay? I'm really like trying to cope with all this, and then I'm trying to find a steady schedule where I don't feel like I'm burning myself out. And then I still got to homeschool and take care of, life in general for the 4 of us. I have to start making these doctor's appointments, start getting us to these doctor's appointments. Like on Tuesday, I go to the dentist. My anxiety is extremely high. Off of this appointment, because I haven't been to the dentist in like 10 years, I think. I don't even know. And my teeth didn't start getting messed up till a year and a half ago. But as y'all can already see, different. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through problems right now. And the dentist gives me anxiety, but I know I got to do this and I got to handle this. So, and it took me forever to wait for this appointment, so I had to stay and wait for it because I scheduled this back in August, I think it was. And yeah, it's coming up Tuesday. So, but yeah, give me your love, please. I'd appreciate some love. I mean, a girl needs it, for real. Wouldn't be asking for it if I didn't need it. Just trying to hold my head above water. Just trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. All right, you guys, be blessed. Love y'all, all right? And don't forget, tomorrow isn't promised to anyone, so please let's make it count. Let's make yesterday jealous. Deuces.